welcome back to Bailey Budgets. Got a little Happy Mail today. Ooh, sorry about that. Just gonna record this real quick. I'm actually on my lunch break from my 9 to 5, and my Happy Mail is not budget related, but everybody loves the unboxings for some reason. Me too. So let's see what we got. So this order, as you can see, is from Amazon. This is some of the stuff that I got from my gift card from Fetch Rewards. So first item, I do know what this is just by the size, but this is going upstairs in my kitchen. The coffee pod storage drawer for my Keurig, which I'm so excited to finally have a drawer for, because the way I was storing my coffee pods before was not working. I can't get it open. Bear with me here 1 second. Man, they make these things hard to open. Okay, just mutilated the box. Alright, let me pull this guy out. Love this drawer. So the Keurig sits right on top. And then you got drawers for all different flavors. Woohoo! So excited. And I got these. So as I mentioned in my last video, I do make pickles and jams. So these bags are going to be perfect for the spice mix that goes into pickles. Some of the pickles that I make, we don't keep the spices in, so this will go in with the brine, and then I can just take it out when I'm done, and then they're reusable. And last but not least, oh yeah, just canning lids. I mean, to me this is an exciting purchase because I needed to get restocked, and buying them locally was not cutting it. Ended up being cheaper on Amazon to buy in bulk, but there they are. That's it. Thanks for checking out my unboxing, and let's get into cash stuffing. Happy Mother's Day to all you mamas. I hope you're having a fabulous day and week. I am on a little bit of a struggle bus this morning. In fact, this whole week has been kind of a challenge. I thought I was going to have a new internet jack installed in my office on Tuesday, only to find out my appointment is not until June. So the Happy Mail that I just posted was definitely appreciated, because that came after I learned of this whole internet fiasco. Financially, this week has been a little bit rough. I ended up helping out my son with his truck. He really needed to get those brakes done, and if you're a mom and you know what it's like listening to your kids having any kind of car trouble or whatever, like, you really worry about them. So that was definitely stressing me out. I knew how bad they were. Anyways, we're gonna get into this. So yesterday was the first day of my market for my small business. That was a little bit disappointing, and it was slow. I mean, first day and all, even though other markets have been open, and I don't know, my market has been kind of like this roller coaster where it was super busy and really good a couple of years ago, and then as COVID restrictions kind of eased back, and we have kind of gone downhill because people thought we weren't going to be operating anymore. Whatever. So I'm always looking for new ways to grow my business, and it's kind of a struggle for me because I am somewhat like an introvert, kind of shy, and always had a hard time like starting a conversation with people. So hopefully I can figure some stuff out. I mean, I kind of heard a few things that maybe I wasn't intended to hear. It just so happened that, you know, people stand by your booth and they have conversations, and then you're like, okay, let me see what that is about. And, you know, last year I did quite a few markets and I really kind of burnt myself out. So, just trying to like actually get off of my 9 to 5 grind, because that's burning me out even more than, you know, all the markets that I did. But when I look back at it, it's like all the markets that I did last year, in addition to my regular 9 to 5 job, plus any overtime that I wanted last year. So I really worked like my tail off just to put it like in PG terms. But you know, I want to be in business for myself. I've wanted that for a long time, and just being able to come up with what to do in the last like 4 years or so, it's a struggle because I do work in a food industry, being a baker. It's very tough. It really is. I know I talked to somebody at one point and they said that, or maybe it's something that I heard, I don't know. It takes 5 years for a food business to be like, you know, there and actually start seeing some regular business. So fingers crossed, y'all. So in addition to stuffing the money from my sales at the market, I will be unstuffing some money to cover the expenses of the breaks. My total sales at market was $66.50, and that's the cash that I have collected. So I do accept debit cards as well, and that money is already in an account. I've been trying to decide how I was going to account for everything, because I kind of estimated like 20% for taxes and 20% for myself, like to pay me, and then the rest of that was going to go back into the business, whether it was purchasing products, you know, restocking my ingredients, etc. So with the total sales that I had yesterday, that was actually more than 20% that went on card. So I think I kind of decided I'm gonna end up just leaving that money that's in the card go towards taxes. And the account that I have that set up in, I actually linked it to a savings account where it automatically pulls 20% of card purchases to the savings account, which I was going to use to pay myself. But now I'm like, maybe I'll just keep that 20% in that savings account to account for the taxes. I don't know. This is saving for taxes is a new thing for me this year. I just want to make sure that I'm going to, you know, be okay come tax time, even though the way my business is set up, my business taxes and my personal taxes kind of go together on the same form. So I've been okay, but you know, I want to have money there in case I owe something. So at any rate, I have $46.50 in cash, and that is what's going into the business binder. So there's 50 cents, and then 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So the 50 cents, I'm just going to go into Mr. Pig. I don't want to have a bunch of change flying around in my binder. And then the change here, because of pricing on items, I may need quarters at some point, so we might get into Mr. Pig and end up with some bills in there if I need change. That way I don't have to like go to the bank and get a whole roll of quarters. We'll see how the rest of the year goes, but it's got another 50 cents to him. It's getting pretty heavy, but bye-bye, off camera. All right, let me move my other two binders out of the way here because we'll get into that, the unstuffing portion of this in just a minute. So let me separate everything here. Fives, my $2 bill. So I had to make change in order to stuff this with the business money. So with figuring 20% going to myself as income, we will pull what I already have, and that it was like $9 and $9 and some change. I don't remember exactly. So we're just gonna pull straight up $9 and put that into my income. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm gonna add that to what I already have here, which gives me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, $16 in income. And this is kind of, you know, one of those categories when I pay myself, I can use it for whatever. I mean, it's just like, yeah, my money. I can do what I want with it, but maybe my approach is going to be a little bit different this year. We'll see. So then the rest of this is actually going to go into the deposit envelope, which eventually will go back into the bank, into my business account in order to cover purchases, like, you know, getting ingredients and whatever kind of restock I need to do. So that was $37. So we now have 25, 35, 37, 38, 39. Well, where did this 10 come from? Let's do that recount again. So for the deposit, which goes back into the business, into expenses, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 47, 48, $49. Not great, but I will take it. All right, let me get this out of the way. So next week's video will end up being a combination of my regular paycheck and the business. And then the week after that, I'm off from market, and it's an off week on paycheck. So the week ending the 27th of May, probably won't have any videos until June then. So, okay, let me pull these two back. So, what I'm pulling out, actually, I'm only going to pull $160. So the total cost on the brakes, that was like I want to say it was like $280, somewhere around there. And I did pay that already, like it's already covered, parts already purchased. Brakes are actually already on the truck, which makes me a little bit, you know, happier as a mama, just to know that he's at least safe in that respect. So that came out of my checking account. In the way that I have my checking account set up, and not so much my checking account, but like the ledger where you keep track of your expenses and your deposits and everything else, I actually now have a deficit in my ledger, even though I have enough money in the account. But deficit because I have $750 approximately accounted for on student loan payments, and then some of my bills that have not come out yet, and those will be coming out in the next couple of days here prior to my next paycheck, and then I'll have the rest of my monthly bills with this paycheck coming up on the 19th. So with what I have as a deficit, I really only need to pull $160 so I can put that back in the bank and just feel a little bit happier about that. So I am going to pull $100 from car maintenance. Let me see. So we're going to leave the 5. So I've got, yeah, 20, I guess I'll have to just pull the 250s. So that leaves me 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, and 48 in car maintenance. And this technically would be for my own. But I have it. It's sitting here. So, and it was car maintenance. It may not be my own. I know my son will eventually get to pay me back somehow, some way. He'll figure it out. And then from the pink binder, we're just going to go into my car envelope where I was saving for future car. And I only need 60 out of here, so we'll do a 50 and we'll take the 2 5s. So it leaves me 50, 70, 80, 90 in a future car. I should get rid of that one. Anyway. And then all of these, I'll probably end up putting a reminder in this one and the other one, just to say, here's how much I took out. And then when I get that money back, I can pull that as an IOU. So, all right, that leaves me with just a quick count of this. 50, 100, 55, and 160. So 160 going back to the bank to cover the expenses. And that's it. We are done for today. Well, I hope you have a great week, everybody, and appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you check out my links down below for Fetch and the other savings apps that you can use on your phone to get cash back in the form of either rebates or gift cards, that sort of thing. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great day. Bye-bye.